Is this working now? Hello, welcome to week 4 of Moridwen to Muggle, a little lesson in witchcraft and the debunking myths, educating the masses, and teaching as I go. There was a little bit of technical difficulty, which was not my fault. I know how to do things. So, sorry about that. I know it's going to take a minute for people to get back on, so I'm just going to give it a minute. And yes, I have 2 accounts. I have my actual person account, and then this is my witchcraft account. So I watch to make sure that it's going on my person account to make sure that it actually works. So, also, I've missed comments along the way, so I do apologize for that if I've missed your comment along the way. For some reason I know there's a delay between my being live and you actually seeing it, but I missed a bunch of comments last week and I do apologize for that. So I'm going to try on my person one to see if I can get the comments. But if I miss them, please know that I thank you. And a little less rambly today. It's not my style. We'll see what happens. So I'm just going to give it a minute to let people get on. Today I am going to be going over quick Year of the Wheel of the Year recap with a little focus on Beltane because that's what's coming up. A quick review of Chakras and a quick, not quick, we're going to do this one, we're going to take our time, how to meditate, because it's not easy, especially if you've never done it before. So that is the plan for the day. Now I just want to show while I'm waiting for people to get on, I did do my painting, sort of. So this is actually how I'm going to recap the Wheel of the Year with my 8 paintings I did. These are for me, and I will tell you right now that Samhain is going to be redone because I do not like how it came out. So, Wheel of the Year. Seasons, mid-seasons. That's how we divide it up, kids. Sorry, just looking at something real quick. So Samhain, Halloween. This is just chalk drawing. So this, I can change, but I did write all of the titles for all of the holidays, painted them all. So that's what I'm showing you right now. If you're painting, and I especially do something creative now because we're all locked down, we're all in quarantine, unless you're watching this years later. Hopefully we're free, but do something creative because we have so much time on our hands. Kind of why I'm doing this every week, because I just need to be creative. I need to do something, and this is like an outlet for me to share my passion, to share what I do, and to pass the time. So, but get creative. If you think you're not creative, you're wrong. If you think I can't paint, you're wrong. I was told for almost 40 years that I was not creative, that I couldn't paint, that I, wasn't artistic, couldn't bake, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. I now have 2 companies. It's all tied into the same company. Like I have a parent company and then a sub company off of it where I make wreaths. Like I literally have used my creativity. I am creative and I've made wreaths, and that's my thing. I also make floral crowns. My other company is my photography company. After being told I couldn't or I wasn't good enough or whatever, I finally just said, whatever, and decided I am good enough and I could do things, so I started. Anyway, so here's Yule. Just a simple, and again, where is it? Chalk drawing. I can erase that if I want to, just to show what I might want to do. Oh, these are out of order. Let's go with this. Alright, so in bulk. This one's going to be cool because I had sketched out, I erased it, 3 candles, because in bulk I keep saying is Candlemas. That's February 1st. And so that is the mid-winter one. I feel like I'm off-center. So, midwinter, darkness, granted, Yule is the darkest day of the year, but February is not too bright. as far as light goes. So Candlemas, my Ostara. And this is associated with springtime, Easter eggs. That's why that is more oval than O. Beltane. So this one I actually started doing. Those branches are going to be lilacs. And I'll show you another thing I did a little bit. So then the one after that is Litha, which is midsummer, which is fire. The brightest day of the year. So that's, I'm going to do some semblance of Stonehenge, I hope, in there, and then have flames coming up. Because one thing I discovered is I'm really good at drawing flames, or painting flames rather. Lunasa, also known as Llamas. And this is the August 1st. That is the first of the harvest holidays. And then Mabon is the second of the harvest. This Mabon is, which is Thanksgiving. So the second of the harvest, the third, the final harvest is Samhain. But so that is the recap of the Wheel of the Year real quick. And that is where I am with my paintings. Now, I also have children. So we do kid crafts. So this is a, there we go, a salt dough cookie, but it's going to be an ornament. And again, I painted it. It's going to be lilacs. Super, super easy. But the baking time does take a little bit. That's the only thing, because you want to do low and slow at 200. So 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and 1.5 cups of hot water. Mix it all up, roll it out like you would cookies. Cut them into shapes. This is one of my shapes. I'll show you other shapes next week. And then 200 degrees, and depending on how thick they are, mine were pretty thick. I did 2.5 hours, and then I had seen somebody, I researched a bunch of different ones, saying do it on 300 for an hour, do it on 325 for 45 minutes, whatever it may be. So mine were taking a long time to cook or harden. So I put it on for 300 in the end. I think I only did like 20 minutes, and it got cooked. And it puffed. That was the other thing, it puffed up. So they had been flat, but now it's all puffy. So my advice, low and slow, 200 degrees for an hour, check them. See how thick or thin they are. The thinner, obviously, it's not going to take too long. Thicker ones, like mine, probably would have been like 4 hours if I had done low and slow the entire time. So that's something you can do. So we are at Beltane, which is the fertility festival. The festival where, like, you can see it's springtime. Things are blooming. So Beltane is mid-spring. So we have our seasons, we have our mid-seasons. Okay, we've discussed this. So this is mid-spring, between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. We have Beltane. Now, again, one of my most favorite holidays. This is, of all 8, this is one of my favorites. Probably my favorite. For a plethora of reasons. It's fun, is like reason number 1. But this was my first ritual with the Cabot witches. So it was one of those things, I walked in not knowing anybody and apprehensive. I'd been a solitary witch for over 20 years. Went in and met people, and I just felt like these were my people. This was like who I'm meant to be with. So to me, Beltane is very special. And like I said last time, when I was a kid at my daycare, they would run up the flagpole all the ribbons on May 1st, and we would all go around the flagpole. So you want to have half the kids going one way and half the kids going the other. So when you have your ribbons, they end up crisscrossing each other. So you have like the pole ends up being all the ribbons. The maypole is colored in all kinds of ribbons. So again, I don't know, because we're talking the 80s. This is a while ago. I don't know if they were witches. I don't know if they just liked May Day, the maypole, the whatever it may be. So I've liked it because of that. And it's just, it's the spring. It's the, things are blooming. Things are becoming pretty. You know, Flora is actually one of the goddesses of Beltane. Flora being Greek, I believe it is, for floral. That's where we are. That's our root word. Just give me 1 second. I do have Flora here. Roman goddess of spring and flowers. So there's, for every holiday, every Sabbath. So a Sabbath is a holiday. The wheel of the year is our 8 Sabbaths, our 8 holidays. For every Sabbath, there's a god and goddess. There's not one god and goddess for each. There's not like Flora is the only one for Beltane. No, Flora's among them. Flora makes sense for Beltane. And same thing with the gods. There's different gods. So the Norse goddess of love and fertility is Freya. Freya. The Celtic fertility goddess is Shílagnag. She, you know, each culture has their goddesses, the Greeks, the Romans, the Norse, the whomever. We love them all. We incorporate them all. So, not to be left out, there are gods for everything. So, the Greek god of sun, because we are starting to get into the sun phase of the year. Belanus. The Roman god of fertility and wine, Bacchus. Pretty cool. There's so many. So, fertility. When animals of the wild who have horns, deer, cow, whomever, sheep, when their horns are like really like into it, they're fertile. You want the guy with the biggest horns because he's the most, he'll save you the best. So you really want the horned ones, which translates into when there were festivities and festivals, the men would find the deer or the cow rack and put them on their head, and you would have the horned gods. Got twisted up a little bit in different religions, and the horned god turned into Satan. Not a thing, just so you know. So there are, look up gods and goddesses, look up the ones that resonate with you the most. Like I said, for every holiday, there are different gods and goddesses. There are different, and some goddesses and gods go to multiple holidays. They don't all, it's not like you're just stuck with one thing. It's a great thing about witchcraft. So that is that. So one of the fun things, circling back to Beltane, is the gathering of the mountain dew, the morning dew rather, to keep you young and rejuvenated. So legend has it that if you go out at sunrise on Beltane, which is May 1st, some years April 30th, but it's few and far between, it's April 30th, May 1st. If you go outside at sunrise on Beltane, take a bowl or a jar to gather the morning dew. Use the dew to wash your face and your guaranteed perfect complexion. You can also use the dew in rituals as consecrated water, particularly in rituals related to the moon or the goddess Diana and her counterpart Artemis. So again, a goddess and a god. I love doing this. Maybe I will do it this year. I've never collected in a jar the morning dew, but I go out every Beltane and I scoop up the dew and I wash my face right there on the lawn. And it really is, it's, you know, because as you're doing it, you're not just throwing morning dew on your face. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about, wow, like I'm rejuvenating. I am taking Mother Earth and I'm using her and I'm using what I have to rejuvenate myself, to make myself youthful. And it must work because nobody ever believes I'm as old as I am. But say love you. So I love that. I think, you know, just go out May 1st at sunrise, you know, even if the sun's up, I've done it, and just gather the dew and again, just wash your face with it. Gather it in a jar if you're able to. That would be, I might do that, actually do that this year. So that is Beltane. The fertility, so the fertility, the bunnies and the chickies and the deer and everybody is coming to life, and the fertility, and you want to make the magic, and then you'll have your young. There are sex fertility rituals that do take place. Sex magic is not bad magic. Sex magic can be great magic, because in all magic, you're trying to raise a vibration. You're trying to, whether it's clapping or drumming or stomping or dancing, what you're doing is you're raising a vibration in order to have your intentions go into the universe. So think of, starting off drumming slowly, and then you build it up, and 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 then you release it to the universe. Well, sex magic does the same thing. You build it up, and you release it to the universe. Huzzah! So, if you're able to, I'm all for sex magic. Done it a bunch of times. However you raise your vibration, you raise your vibration. So the other part, which is really cool, and it's one of those lesser known, unless you're in the world, is that Beltane is opposite Samhain. So we all know that spooky Halloween, and you can talk to the dead because the veil is thin. Well, guess what? It's thin now. It's thinning now as well. So the veil is thin, it's thinning, and it will be thin at Beltane. And communicating with the dead, communicating with spirits beyond, is easier now, the same as it is at Samhain. So if you want to maybe talk to the dead, be super careful though. Know what you're doing. Have somebody who knows what they're doing. Make sure your intentions are super clear. I do not want anything to do with a Ouija board, because you can call stuff that you're not meaning to. Don't do it unless you know what you're doing. I personally don't know what I'm doing with a Ouija board, so I will never touch it, because I don't want to summon and call and have people I don't know around. So that's my advice for that. So the veil is thin. Bonfires. Witches love fires. I feel like there's not many Sabbats that did not include fire in some aspect. So the bonfires and the harvest and like the planting and the sowing of the land, they would have these huge bonfires. Bonfires back in the day were just a thing. But on the hilltops, on the highest points, they would have bonfires. On the ground, on the valleys, they would have bonfires. And they would use the smoke and the cinders to purify the land, to hope for a better harvest. They would purify the animals. They'd have the animals, the cows and the sheep and whomever, go through, not through the fire. They would have fire here. Why am I off center? Fire here, and then they'd have them go through the middle, just to get the smoke, because smoke is a purification element. So the bonfires, the fertility, Beltane's pretty cool. There's just so much going on, and the blossoming and the blooming of flowers, which is why I have this going on. Sorry, just got a quick text message I just had to read real quick. Squirrel. So, really, Beltane is the mid-spring when things are coming to life, when, you can feel the life, you can feel the earth, you can feel the vibrations, the fires and the purifications and the super everything of Beltane is just awesome. And like I said, for me, it was my first Cabot ritual where I met the Cabots, and it really resonated with me. As a kid, we did the maypole, and that really, I just thought was so cool. All the pastel colors on the ribbons. So that's Beltane. I know I ramble. It's how I do. So now the next thing I wanted to go over, I'm trying to be focused this time. I have a whiteboard and markers. We'll see what happens. So, quick chakras, and then I am going to go over the meditation, how to meditate. Because if I say to you, okay, go meditate, well, I've never done it before, so how the flip do I meditate? So, it's not easy. I'm going to teach you how to meditate today. And then I think next week, I will go over an actual meditation with you that I wrote. And my meditation is chakra-based. So, one quick second.
Which is
Ooh,
why
shh, quiet. I just wanted to see if there were any comments, because I don't see any, but there could be. So if I missed your comment, I apologize. So the chakras, the rainbow. We have our string going through the center, our white string, and on them we're going to have a bubble that shrinks down into a disc that hits the spot of where the chakras are located. The chakras are located in our tailbone, in our pelvic region, in our solar plexus, in our heart, in our throat, in our third eye, and finally in the crown of your head. The quick way to remember them. Rainbow order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Those are the chakras. So, the first chakra we're going to come in like Glinda on a great big old bubble. Our bubble is red. So the red chakra is the root chakra. So our bubble is going to shrink down to the size of a disc, and it's going to go down our white line and land in our root, our tailbone. Now remember, you can feel your tailbone. The root, and you're going to imagine eventually it going all the way down and literally rooting into the ground. Root chakra. You are a tree. Imagine your legs and your tailbone rooting you, grounding you. You cannot move. Red, root chakra. Our next bubble is orange. That is the sacral chakra. I don't have these written down. And so that is your creative, your sexual energy, your creativity, your passion chakra. So we're going to put that, we're going to shrink it down to a disc, go down, and that's going to land in line with your navel, but that's like your pelvic region is where the orange one goes. The next one down, your bubble, we're going to shrink it. It's going to go down into your solar plexus. And that is I am strong, I am determined. So we have root, sacral, solar plexus. These are our physical chakras. Feel from your solar plexus down how passionate and rooted you are. And just feel the physical, like those are the three colors of fire. Feel the fire starting within you. Those are your physical feeling chakras. The next one, we have our green bubble, shrink it down. That's going to go to our heart. That is the love, the heart chakra. Well, it's called the heart chakra. I am loved. Next one, blue, goes to our throat chakra. The expressive chakra, the one that I have no problem with. The next one is our bubble, shrink it down, is our third eye. The third eye chakra, I am connected. The final one, our violet bubble, goes to our crown chakra, and that is the divine, I am connected, other things beyond my consciousness, I can feel chakra. So that's a super quick recap of the chakras, the colors. So now, for how to meditate, because if you're super stressed, if you've never meditated, I can't just be like, okay, off and meditate now. Because you're going to be like, all right, lady, I'm just going to sit here with my brain going 1,000 miles a minute. I don't know what all's going on, and I cannot meditate. Why? Should be easy, right? No. So, what you do when you start to meditate. Sorry, glasses are making me crazy. you first off want to take deep breaths. So in through your nose, hold it, out through your mouth. You want to do that like 3 times. And then just to start, don't think, just do, just breathe. Okay, cool. Now you can focus a little better after you've done that 3 times. Now you want to start to roll with it. I know this sounds weird, but you want to kind of get up and go, hold it, and then you kind of, and you're letting your body just kind of like roll with your breathing. Okay, so roll with it 3 times. Inhale, exhale. Now, the third set is when we're going to kind of start thinking a little. We're going to inhale, roll with it, and exhale all the negative. We're going to inhale peace. We're going to roll and get rid of the negative. It looks weird. Don't worry about it. Clearly, I don't care what people think. I'm relaxing. So you want to do this a few times. So you want to just breathe. Roll with it. Get it, the negative out. Now, just relax. So whether you're sitting, I prefer doing this in a laying down position just in case you do end up falling asleep. Start with your head. You can start head or toes. I like to start with my head, especially when I'm the most stressed. So just start with your head. Shut your eyes. Okay. Feel from your eyebrows going all around your head up. Feel that line. You never really thought about it before, did you? Just feel. You have muscles, all like your eyebrow muscles. Relax. Now, so we're dividing the face into 3 sections. So eyebrows up. Now, from your eyebrows down to just below your nose. Okay, so your eyes, your nose, and go all around your head. You feel that section. Now, you're doing this with your eyes closed. I'm not doing a proper meditation right now. I'm just simply teaching you something. With your eyes closed, now you've gone from your eyebrows up. Your muscles relax. Now, relax your muscles, your cheeks, your eyes, your nose. Relax. Relax your ears. Now, the third section for your head is lips to bottom of your chin, your neck. So that section. Relax all the muscles in your jaw. Relax your tongue. Sounds weird, but when you do it, you're like, wow, like I didn't realize my tongue was tense right now. Relax. Now, if you have the time, when I do each section of my body, I go back up and release everything out the top of my head. Or if you're doing it starting with your feet, release it out your toes. So I would do the first top part, okay, relax the muscles. Okay, now the second part. So my cheeks, my eyebrows are relaxed, releasing all negativity. My jaw, my tongue, my cheeks, my eyes, my forehead are all relaxed. I'm releasing all negativity and pain. Now, while you are in whatever part of your body, if you feel pain, now I'm not talking like a broken wrist. I'm just talking like, maybe it's been like, kind of painful. Maybe your shoulder's been kind of, ouchy. Focus on a little extra on releasing that pain. So as you relax your muscles, you're releasing your pain as well. So now my next spot is my throat. So relax all the muscles in my throat. My throat is relaxed. My jaw is relaxed. My cheeks are relaxed. My eyes are relaxed. My forehead's relaxed. I'm releasing all negativity and pain. From there, I either do my torso or I do my arms. And for me, my arms, I divide up shoulder to elbow, elbow to wrist, and then hand I do separately. You have so many muscles that you don't even realize. So go through and just relax. Okay, so I'm relaxing my shoulder. Because you might be like this when you start, and now your face is completely relaxed, and you don't realize it, but you are all tense up in here. So you relax, and you're like, okay, relaxing my shoulder, relaxing my arm. Now your arm is like hanging down. It's feeling really good. And you are so relaxed, but your other shoulder's going, hello, hello, ow. So you want to work on, and it takes a long time to do this. If you do it in bed, if you do it right before bed, for me, you don't realize how many muscles you have that are in need of just relaxing, you know. And a quick one is just to do the head. If you are super stressed out at work, nobody's at work now unless, time out. If you are at work, thank you. If you have one of those jobs, thank you, thank you, thank you. But for the majority, you're not at work. So, but it can still be stressful. I know I'm working from home. My husband's working from home. The kids are home doing school stuff. So it's a lot. You know, even my husband is my best friend. I adore him to pieces. We still have our moments where it's like, I just don't want to see you right now. So they're few and far between, which is good. I truly am blessed that I'm married to him and I enjoy his company. I love him, but I also like him. I like him a lot. So that is that. So just the face. If you are sitting at the supper table and the kids are and not making sense, and you're just like, you know what, I just need to de-stress for half a second. Close your eyes. Don't even close your eyes. Do a quick, you can do it with your eyes open, but if you're able to, close your eyes and just think, okay, I'm relaxing my eyebrows, I'm relaxing my cheeks, I'm relaxing my jaw, I'm relaxing my neck. And just feel like you can literally feel the melting of your muscles. And it feels good. Who doesn't love melty ice cream? It's delicious. Melty your face. Melty your body when you get a chance. Just have all the stress go away. And like I said, for me, I go back, I recap everything and it all goes out my head. You don't have to. Make it your own. That's the great thing about meditations and anything in life. Make it your own. Relax yourself. Do a self-meditation. Do a self, it's not witchcraft, it's relaxing. From a witch. So, do the self-meditation, because self-meditation, self-melting is going to help you. If you are so stressed, and then after you do, you work through down your entire body, and you are now, I feel good. Yeah, I'm relaxed, I feel good. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying don't take medication, but you've just self-lowered your blood pressure, your pulse, your being, your anxiety. If you need medication, take medication, please. But if you're able to lower it without medication, honestly, I think that's better. But don't not take medication. And again, to recap everything, I'm going to be ending in a second. Beltane, fertility, fire, life. The chakras, red through purple. Meditation, really good for you. Work down your body, melt your muscles. To the point where you can go as much or as little as you want. If you even go deep, so when you get to your chest area, so I do my entire torso, usually just all together, my torso, and then I'll do my back separate. But if you're really have the time and want to do it, relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your internal organs. Just relax. That's all you need to do. You don't have to go that deep into things. You can do, I'm relaxing my whole hand. When I have time, I relax my palm, the back of my hand, and then each individual finger. And then, like I said, I have it go up and out into the universe and goodbye with the just unwanted crap. Not the negativity, the pain, the unwanted, the blah. You know, like, you could be fine, you're not negative, but you're just blah. So just get rid of blah. I did start a YouTube page, so aside from being on the recap here, this is week 4. You can find it on the YouTube channel, Moridwen Willow. Like and subscribe. Right now we are in quarantine. The world is in quarantine. If you're watching this on the recap years from now, I hope we're out of quarantine. I hope everything's going really well. Stay inside. Wash your hands, stay inside. Just do it. I don't care what your rights are. I don't care what you think your rights are. I don't care how it's suppression. No, it's not. It's a worldwide pandemic that if you stay inside, it will go the freak away. If you socialize, if you go out in public, if you assert your rights, it's not going to go away. Stay in your damn house or apartment or whatever. So just do it. And now, having said that, for the doctors and nurses and police, fire, EMTs who are literally saving lives, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Like, I adored y'all before this. I will adore y'all way after this. Right now, my heart breaks for you, but my heart also bursts with pride for you. Like, thank you. Thank you is not even the strongest word, but it's the only one I can come up with right now. Now, if you are working in a supermarket or in a retail store or a restaurant that does delivery, takeout, what have you, if you have to work outside your house right now because that's the job you have and that's what you have to do, thank you. Truly. I need food. I need toilet paper. I need life's provisions. My husband goes out once a week to the stores. The kids and I stay home. We don't go out. To the pharmacies that are open because life goes on and we need to have medication, thank you. To the people at the liquor store, to the people at Dollar Tree, to the people at whomever is working because you have to, thank you. Genuinely, truly, thank you. Please be safe. Please wear protective gear, face masks, gloves, whatever it is. For the rest of you who don't have a job and do not have to go out for provisions, stay home. Don't go out. You're not being suppressed. You don't have your rights being taken away. Cut the nonsense. Stay home. Go for a walk. That's fine. But don't gather. Don't act a fool saying that you're being suppressed. You know, your body, your rights. Some of us have been touting that for a while. Suddenly you're on board. Anyway, sorry. Little angry rant. But just, if you don't socialize, and thank you to those who have to be out. But again, if you have to be out, the people in the packies, the people in the restaurant fields, the people in the grocery stores, they're not congregating. They're not acting fools. So thank you to those people. Just the rest of y'all, stay home. Stop acting a fool. And if you're watching this years later and the pandemic is now way in the past, it was really intense back then, y'all. Like, a lot of intense. So, thank you guys. Hope you learned something. I will be back next Saturday at 1 o'clock. It will be after Beltane, so hopefully everybody has wonderful Beltane celebrations. And again, wash your face with the morning dew. If you missed that part, rewind. Go watch it again. Beltane, morning dew, wash your face. It's fantastic. Keeps you youthful. And my hair next week is going to be completely different because we ordered something for me. I've been doing my hair since I was 16, so it's not like I don't know how to do it. And I'm going dramatic, hopefully, if it works out right. If not, I might have a whiffle next week. So either super dramatic, well, one way or the other, super dramatic color or super dramatic, I'm chopping it all off because I goofed it up beyond help. So that's all. Thanks, guys. Bright blessings, and hope you learned something.